Occasionally, you might work with actors that aren't actors at all. Maybe you have a celebrity that's making a cameo in your film. Or maybe you found a beautiful model that's trying something new. Or maybe you're making a student film or a film with friends, and so you don't really have any other choice. You could still get great performances out of non-actors with the right direction and a little creativity. Most of my directing experience is actually with non-actors. I've kind of been intimidated by actors with experience, so I've made most of my movies with my kids or with models that I've known through my sister, who is a photographer. The Assurance was really my first experience dealing with trained and experienced actors. Now, the most important thing to remember is that acting is really just creating genuine behavior. That is what audiences connect to. When we see someone faking it, we detach emotionally. So how can you get a believable, genuine performance from a non-actor? From the same way you get it from anyone, by avoiding result direction and giving objective-oriented direction. Look at this non-actor. This is my daughter Lizzie. She's 6 years old. Other than acting in a short of mine when she was 22 months old, she has no acting experience or training. Lizzie loves sparkles, dresses, princesses, all that stuff. So I asked her to act pretty. Show me what pretty looks like. Now this is the very definition of a result-oriented direction, so it doesn't work. Now I do want her to look pretty. Pretty is the result that I want. But just like with trained actors, when you direct by telling actors to give you a result, they bypass all that juicy, internal, emotional stuff. They just put on a show and it feels fake. So instead I asked Lizzie to just brush her hair and tell me about what makes her feel pretty. This is an objective. Brushing her hair is a scene objective. Describing eyeliner is an objective. So as she talks and brushes her hair, she creates a genuine performance. Because she's not performing at all, she's just being. And so this moment works because it's real. Add some color correction, slow the motion, add some music, and you have yourself a pretty little scene here. I got the results I wanted by giving this non-actor an objective. In my film Empathy for the Devil, I play the devil who's hired Meg to go on a public relations campaign to improve his image. Meg was played by the amazing actress Hope Shanti. While we were filming, there was a farmer's market going on, so Hope went down there with our camera crew and actually talked to real people in character and got genuine reactions to the devil's PR campaign.
I'm here today, we're collecting signatures for satanic equality. I mean, like, really, he's not that bad of a guy.
Are you being serious?
We later explained to these good people what was going on and got releases signed and stuff, but when Hope was talking to them, they didn't know what was going on. So we got their authentic reactions to a petition for satanic equality. It is that honesty that still makes this scene so incredibly hilarious to me. It's important to note that Hollywood also uses this technique. Jason Reitman used it in Up in the Air with George Clooney and Anna Kendrick. George Clooney plays a guy that makes his living firing people on behalf of the companies that hire him. So Reitman used interviews with actual people that had lost their jobs talking about being fired.
I guess you'd leave me dumbfounded. I don't know where this is coming from. How am I supposed to go back as a man and explain this to my wife that I lost my job?
On a stress level, I've heard that losing your job is like a death in the family. But personally, I feel more like the people I worked with were my family and I died.
If the director had asked these people to act enraged or devastated at losing their jobs, which are results, they would probably overact and deliver something that felt fake. But because they were asked to describe how they were fired, which is an objective, their responses were authentic, and we believe them. Now, if the above techniques just aren't working, you can also do what is called a line reading. This is where you literally tell the actors exactly how to say each line. I've had to resort to this technique before with non-actors or child actors when I couldn't get the emotional connection I was looking for, like during the goodbye scene on The Assurance.
One day you should show me how to do that.
One day you should show me how to do that.
Can you?
Can you?
I also used this technique on one of my first films, Monday the 16th, when Nettie was only 6 years old and couldn't remember all of her lines. So I sat there off camera and just fed her each line one at a time, and then when we edited me out, and it worked. But typically, giving actors a line reading should be an absolute last resort. Line readings completely take the actor out of the creative process and can feel a little insulting. Like if you ordered a dish from a restaurant and then went back to the kitchen and gave the chef a recipe to use. It's a little insulting. So if you find yourself working with non-actors, avoid result-oriented direction and line readings where possible. If you can give objective-oriented direction, you can elicit great performances for your film, even from children and amateurs.